Welcome to our channel Bio by Gulab Sir for Wisdom Coaching Center. As a part of series of lectures, today's topic is incomplete dominance. We had already learned that law of dominance, law of segregation and law of independent assortment. This is something exception to the law of dominance. In that heading word itself, incomplete dominance, that means not completely dominating. Here we have this NEET diagram from internet that clearly show that when red flower cross with white flower, according to Mendelian law in pea plant. Here this example from other plant called dog flower. This example is from dog flower. A snapdragon, also another name is snapdragon, also called as antirrhinum. These are the three names can be used for this plant on which this experiment is carried out to study law of incomplete dominance. In this experiment, pea plant is replaced. Example is same color of the flower, but pea plant is replaced for the experiment by dog flower, in which there are two color of flowers are observed, red and white color or slightly whitish color. When this pure red color cross with pure white color, in F1 generation, this is F1 generation, that pink flowers are observed. That means these pink flowers do not resemble either of any parent, but appear intermediate to the both the parent. That means that shows that something incomplete, that law of incomplete dominance can be defined as that none of the allelic pair of gene, that is either capital R or small r, that completely represent or fully dominant and present, but both capital R and small r equally contribute to form the intermediate color, that is known as law of dominance. So when out of these two allelic pair of genes, when out of these allelic pair of gene, that is capital R, small r, none of these fully or completely express, but contribute equally to form intermediate trait, that is pink. That this is known as law of incomplete dominance. This is the definition. See what is mentioned there. When pure red cross with pure white, expected was pure red. Why? R is dominant, that is gene for red, allele for redness is dominant in pea plant. So same was expected in dog flower also, but what appear? Intermediate trait. Instead of red, pink appear. So with this capital R, small r, that what pink is produced here, either of capital R or small r is not completely dominating, but both capital R and small r contribute equally to form the pink color. That trait pink is observed, not red, not white, but pink is observed. That means both the allelic pair of genes contribute equally to form the intermediate trait, and this is known as law of incomplete dominance. So it is explained as when red color flower, when that pure red color flower cross with white color flower with small r. So here this is a red color flower, this is a white color flower, and these are the parents. These are the parents, and these are the genotypes of the parents. Genotypes of the parents. And as we know that being diploid, when it undergo gametogenesis, it produces gamete with haploid number of chromosome. So capital R, small r are the haploid. As here, this was red, and as well this was white flower. Expected was red. Expected was red after fertilization. So fertilization. Expected was red, but appear pink color. So flower with capital R, small r. So 100% flower appear pink color. It was unexpected. Expected was red. But when selfing was made with this F1 generation, and as we know law of segregation, this allelic pair of genes segregate. This allelic pair of gene gets segregate, that is as a male gamete or female gamete. So capital R and small r for male gamete, and here capital R and small r for female gamete. So here we can mention and form the Punnett square. So this is a Punnett square where we can have the combination as they separate and randomly fuse to restore the diploid condition, that is this pollen grain fertilize this egg cell to form zygote with capital RR, zygote with capital R, small r. This get fertilized by this, then form small r. This egg get fertilized by this pollen grain, again form small r. Here just see there, this is red color flower, this is white color flower, and this is pink color. These are two pink color flower. So see, in F1 generation that all flowers were pink color, but when selfing was made, 25% flower were red in color. This 50%, this plus this called 50%, and 25% flower were white color, and 50% they were pink color. So phenotypic ratio in this F2 generation, phenotypic ratio one is to 2 is to 1, that is red is to pink is to white. And genotypic ratio that control this trait, instead of 3 is to 1, or phenotypic ratio instead of 3 is to 1, it was 1 is to 2 is to 1, and genotypic ratio as it is 1 is to 2 is to 1, that is capital R, small r, and small r. Now see, in both the condition, these two ratio what we obtain, genotypic and phenotypic ratio, they are same. So for NEET, if question asks that one of the following law has both phenotypic and genotypic ratio same, both phenotypic genotypic ratio come to the same as 1 is to 2 is to 1, 1 is to 2 is to 1, or in one of the following law or example that both the genotypic and phenotypic ratio are remain same is, so that is law of incomplete dominance. And flower, what we have already studied, that is a dog flower, also called snapdragon, also called as antirrhinum. It happens because of that either of any gene is not completely dominant, but both the gene, that allelic pair of gene, contribute equally to form the intermediate trait, that is pink, not red, not white, but pink. This phenomenon is known as law of incomplete dominant. It is in exception to the law of dominance. So it is studied as an exception to the law of dominance, because in biology there are exceptions for each law. and therefore biology is studied in a different way. When any law form, definitely in biology there may be either of anyone, not all, but either of anyone may be an exception. So these experiments studied as a exception on dog flower when same trait, that red color flower in pea plant cross with white color flower plant, red color flower plant obtained in F1 generation, but here it is exception, in F1 pink color flower was obtained, and therefore the phenotypic and genotypic ratio remains same, 1:2:1, 1:2:1, and the law what it has defined already is as explained over here. I hope it's very simple. With this example, you have to remember this example of plant in which this law of incomplete dominance is being studied and explained. So please remember this word snapdragon or antigenome as to explain the law of incomplete dominance. I hope you did understand what is law of incomplete dominance. Even if you are in doubt, you can ask in comment section. I appeal you to like and subscribe our channel as well as press bell icon so as to receive a new videos when as and when they are uploaded. Thank you.